blockbuster fixture in Super Sunday as Manchester United did the unthinkable and actually snatched a point away at Anfield. Now, Arne Slot's side also looked quite well, especially when they went 1-0 down, the way they managed to come back and lead 2-1 before conceding final moments. Now, Slot described what Amorim did in a very spectacular way, and we're going to use his words to do our analysis. So this is what Slot said. They played a lot of long balls while defending with a lower block. He further went ahead and said they played similarly to the way Nottingham Forest played against Liverpool, playing long and then looking to try and catch Liverpool through the counter. But before we even start our analysis, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. Now, Ruben Amorim had a clear tactical plan, and we are going to look at how Amorim was looking to stop Liverpool, as well as how he tried to play through Liverpool. Though Liverpool also came on top at other times, there is a way in which Manchester United really caused problems to Liverpool. So Liverpool lined up in a 4-3-3 formation with Curtis Jones coming in, with Szoboszlai not being on the lineup, forming a midfield three of Jones, Gravenberch and Alex McAllister, with the back line staying unchanged, the forward line remaining unchanged, with Luis Diaz being retained at the false 9 position. Manchester United as well moved into a 3-4-3, this time Højlund leading the line with Fernandes and Diallo playing in those half-space regions. Now, Manchester United were building up similar to what we have seen teams building up, with a 3-2, with Maguire being the central most defender, with Lisandro Martinez and Matthias de Ligt playing on either side. Manchester United's 3-2 build-up, together with Amad Diallo and Fernandes dropping deep, allowed Manchester United to have that numerical superiority during build-up. And Liverpool had come up with ways to prevent this midfield overload generated by United. Now, one way in which Liverpool did was when they went to aggressively press Manchester United high, using Curtis Jones and McAllister to press the two pivots, while Luis Diaz looking to press the goalkeeper, trying to put Maguire in his cover shadow. But Maguire's positioning always allowed him to evade Luis Diaz's cover shadow and look to be a passing channel to the goalkeeper. And because of this threat that would see Liverpool getting outnumbered in midfield because of the position of Maguire, Liverpool had to adapt by pushing a player onto Maguire, and this only allowed Manchester United the wide passing channels. But because Manchester United were using a back three wing back system, they always had spare man in the wide area, especially when the inside forwards decided to move from midfield into the wide areas. Particularly down the left, we saw an interesting pattern with the overload that Fernandes and Dalot were creating against Trent Alexander-Arnold. And because of this overload, Onana in particular was looking to play the ball onto those wide channel areas, looking to try and find Trent Alexander-Arnold in a 2v1 situation. As you can see, Liverpool have committed their both midfielders to press Ugarte and Mainu, while their front three have gone all the way to press Onana, Lisandro, de Ligt and also Maguire. But Onana, using his passing range, is able to pick Dalot. And Liverpool, as again I told you, Liverpool are an aggressive pressing team. Trent decides to vacate his right back position to go on and press Dalot. Now, this created problems because now Konate had two choices, either to drop deep to cover Bruno or cover the space in behind. So Bruno Fernandes will drop so deep look to play quick 1-2 touches with Dalot, and this enabled them to create that overload that they could beat Trent Alexander-Arnold with. And you can see here the overload that is generated down the left. And now you can see it is Gravenberch who has shifted across, and now you can see the acres of space that Mainu has because Gravenberch has left Mainu free. And Fernandes will wriggle himself out of that position, sometimes look to play the ball in behind. And you can see Højlund is looking to make that run in the blind side of Kanate, but Virgil van Dijk is able to see him. And a simple pass now leaves Liverpool in a 2v2 situation. Fernandes' ability to receive the ball under pressure, wriggle himself out of pressure, and look to play Dalot, who continued to make his run, always caught Liverpool off guard. And that's why Manchester United actually created problems down that Trent Alexander-Arnold area. Bruno Fernandes, picking up that pocket of space, was creating trouble time and time again. Dalot has received the ball, and Fernandes is instructing him to play the ball over the top, especially for the runs of Rasmus Højlund. Now Højlund was making that run after Dalot is playing that ball in the space vacated by Trent Alexander-Arnold, while Mad Diallo joins him with Mazraoui looking to push forward in that left channel. In fact, Manchester United played a very fantastic ball earlier on that actually left Højlund in a 1v1 situation, having been able to play those long balls over Liverpool's backline. This is going to give Arne something to think about. Because of Liverpool's high line, Manchester United always identified that space in behind Trent Alexander-Arnold as a space that they could exploit with well-timed runs on the shoulder of the last defender. Now, when Manchester United were in settled possession in a 3-4-3, don't worry, I'm using Manchester United because when they had the ball is when we saw, but I'm going to explain what Liverpool did. So Liverpool will play in a mid-block 4-3-3 with their forward line looking to go man-to-man with Manchester United's backline. Maguire in particular will push forward to almost play like a deep-lying playmaker and look to play the ball again to that left channel for Dalot. Maguire was also not afraid of going long over Liverpool's front and midfield line and look to pick up the dropping deep Højlund and Amad Diallo. Sometimes Højlund played well in holding up play, but sometimes Konate could also win the ball off him and regain possession for Liverpool, as they were trying to use Højlund as a target man in this kind of position. Now, whenever Manchester United had that success, they would progress. But one thing we saw with Manchester United is how they use their wide centre-backs, in particular Lisandro Martinez, who was playing as an overlapping centre-back, a centre-back who pushes forward. Now, Lisandro Martinez was acting as a playmaker. When he is deeper, he would look to play balls over the top whenever Trent Alexander-Arnold will be looking to come to try and cover Dalot, with Bruno Fernandes making that run also. And sometimes Lisandro Martinez was the player who would find making that run into that half space whenever Dalot and Bruno looked to create that overload. And this is actually what led to the situation where Lisandro scores Manchester United's first goal. Liverpool, especially Trent Alexander-Arnold, is outnumbered 1v2. Now, Lisandro is making an unorthodox run, but Trent cannot follow him because if he follows him, then the ball will be played to Mainu, who will have no one to mark him. And this created the situation where Liverpool conceded a goal. Liverpool, on the other hand, was not quite far off, but Manchester United really particularly focused on their defensive side of the game. But Liverpool knew how to open this. Because Manchester United were looking to just have one player press forward and having the entire team sit in a 5-4-1 or a 5-3-2 structure, we saw Liverpool's centre-backs in particular being quite aggressive. Liverpool's midfield line will somehow play in the pockets of space, with the centre backs looking to just play one penetrative pass. The distance between Manchester United's backline and midfield line was huge, and therefore Liverpool will drop players in the pockets of space, especially Luis Diaz, who I told you is Arne Slot's recent deadly weapon, with Slot deploying him more as an aggressive false nine who drops deep and looks to receive that ball. Now, having Luis Diaz in this position allowed Liverpool to find ways, and Virgil van Dijk in particular would be able to play that penetrative pass. And with one simple pass, United's front and midfield line were taken out, and that's how Liverpool were able to slice through Manchester United and score the 2 goals. Amorim needs to really get a lot of credit. Coming up to Anfield, a team that is steamrolling through other teams, and get a strong point. That is quite remarkable. Arne Slot can just look at this result as a blip, because again, Liverpool still remain favourites to win the Premier League title. What tactics do you think I have not covered? Leave your comments in the comment section area below, and thanks for watching.